but sparks are flying between them as they fly in the air. You all know that means that I want the book. I don't even know what that word is. Hey, hello team, my name is Monique. Welcome back to the Cauldron, where I today will be doing a double hype train because I am terrible and not whatsoever organized. In case you didn't know, this is Bookwitch Reviews, my channel, and I normally monthly will do a video called the Hype Train where I talk about 5 new releases that I am incredibly excited for. However, I have for the last while been quite bad at getting it out early so that you can be excited about the release before the release comes out, and 2, also just missed a few. So it is now July. I did not do one for June, even though I've literally had like 10 books. I was gonna do 2 hype trains, one queer, one non-one queer. Did that happen? No. So today we are doing a double one. We're gonna be excited about books from June, and we are gonna be excited about books from July. Let's get ready. Let's do it. And even though we're doing double, we're still having some special mentions because mentions need to be had. The first book I'm going to talk about today came out on the 8th of June, and that is Girls at the Edge of the World by Laura B. Robson. This is a fantastical romance between 2 aerial flyers who are set in this fantasy world where an epic flood is coming and not everyone is going to be saved. However, the royal courts will be, and so one of our main characters, Natasha, is set to sort of change herself into someone who can be courted by a prince, so to save her family. Another aerial flyer, however, is not as truthful and is actually seeking revenge, but for what we don't know. But sparks are flying between them as they fly in the air, and I am very excited about this book. And a book that came out on the 1st of June is The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin, which is a sort of magical realism fantasy following a young woman who has the powers of elemental magic, which seems to be a quite regular thing in this world. However, most witches only have one element that they work with, but our main character works with all 4, and I believe that she is instrumental in a prophecy to save the world. However, there may be feelings between her and the person who is teaching her, and there's queer things and witches, and you all know that means that I want the book immediately. The next book that came out on the 29th of June is one of my most anticipated releases of the entire year, and that is Gear Breakers by Zoe Hana Mitaka. And this is apparently perfect for fans of Pacific Rim, and I fucking love Pacific Rim, okay? It's also giant mechas, and I am here for it. We are in a dystopian setting where this regime of powerful people are keeping the poor sort of down by using these massive machines. And then we have a rebellion who are trying to ruin these machines by taking them over. However, one of our main characters ends up in prison after trying to work with one of these mechas, which are called wind-ups, and there she meets another soldier who used to work in the wind-up but is now trying to bring it down, and feelings starts to grow between them. I have heard amazing things from the people who've already read this one, and I am literally just dying for my pre-order to get here already. Right now, please, yes, thank you. Another much anticipated release came out on the 22nd of June, and that is Star Eater by Kirsten Hall. And I, for the life of me, cannot figure out how to summarize this book, so I'm going to read the summary to you because I want this book and I want it in my hands immediately. Basically, think like atmosphere. All martyrdoms are difficult. Elfreda Ron will avoid pregnancy if it kills her, and one way or another, it will kill her. Though she's able to stomach her gruesome day-to-day duties, the reality of preserving the sisterhood of Atrium's magical bloodline horrifies her. She wants out, whatever the cost. A shadowy Cable approaches Elfreda with an offer of escape. She leaps at the opportunity. As their spy, she gains access to the highest reaches of the sisterhood and enters a glittering world of opulent parties, subtle deception, and unexpected bloodshed. God, words are hard. I don't even know what that word is. A phantasmortical increment of hereditary power, Star Eater takes readers deep into a personal and uncanny world where even the most powerful women are forced to choose what sacrifice they will make so that they might make a choice at all. Giving me goosebumps, people. So I thought this was a sci-fi. Apparently it's more of a fantasy, but it sounds super intense and murdery and also sort of political intrigue. I'm right here for it. even if I don't really know what the summary means. And last but not least, for our June releases, this came out on the 26th, and this is The Boneway by Holly J. Underhill. And this is an Orpheus and Eurydice retelling, but let's make it sapphic. In case you don't know a whole lot about Greek mythology, Orpheus went to the underworld to save his wife, and now we are following Tegan, who is going to go and get her wife Cressida back from the underworld. Apparently it is a super fantastical setting. I don't believe that it's a very long book, but it is one that I am literally like, the cover is stunning, here for anything sapphically retold. We want it, we got it. Next up, we have the July releases, and apparently 3 of these are coming out on the same day, which is the 6th of July. The first one that I am supremely excited for, and I've heard amazing things about, is What We Devour by Lindsay Miller. This is a sort of gritty, dark fantasy where we are following a young woman who has run from her past, basically by hiding the fact that she is carrying 2 gods within her. And so she thinks that if she just continues in this little village, marries her best friend, and just keeps low, nothing will happen. However, one day her best friend's father is visited by the vile prince saying that he owes him something specific, and so our young main character goes in and tells the vile prince that she will marry him if he just leaves her friends alone. And so she ends up having to help him keep a gate of some sort closed to the great evil. It sounds amazing and dark and mysterious. And then someone said something about the fact that it gives off a like Eat the Rich vibe, and I'm here for that. The next book, also coming out on the 6th of July, is Rise to the Sun by Leah Johnson, which is a contemporary romance. And if you know me, you know that I am absolutely obsessed with You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. It was a big 5-star and wonderful read for me last year, and so I definitely want to pick this one up. It is basically 2 girls and a sort of musical festival, and these 2 girls are both trying to figure out how to deal with themselves. One of them have just suffered a breakup and is basically isolated in school, and the other one is sort of managing the loss of her father, and both of them meet at this festival and end up having to work together to find out what it is that they really want from their futures. And it just sounds super cute, and I'm very excited about it. Another book coming out on the 6th is Any Way the Wind Blows by Rainbow Rowell, which is the 3rd and final book in the Simon Snow series. I absolutely adore Carry On, which is the first book. It is basically a parody of that like boy wizard, but Simon Snow is just the worst chosen one there ever was. And this 3rd book, I'm so excited about it. Like Simon and Baz are like my fave like gay babies, and I'm just so excited to see where this ends up. Apparently this 4th book also comes out on the 6th. I've spoken about it previously, and that is 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim, which is a reimagining of the fairy tale Wild Swans, which is my favorite fairy tale of all time. And basically we are following a young princess of this fantasy country who has forbidden magic, and one day her stepmother finds out that this magic exists because our young princess is trying to get out of a marriage that she does not want. So the stepmother then curses her brothers into wild cranes, and our young princess can do nothing but sort of leave and try to find a remedy for this curse. I have heard amazing things from many people. I absolutely adored Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. The writing stunning, really hoping that the ending won't let me down in the same way that her first book did, but I'm so excited about reading this one because I love this fairy tale so much. And apparently there's also dragons, and I am here for that. Dragons. And the last book is another book I have also mentioned previously, and that is She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chen, which comes out on the 20th of July. This is a reimagining / fantasy inspired by the rise of the Ming Dynasty, and we are following a young girl who, as a very young child, loses her family and her brother who was destined for greatness, and so she takes her brother's place in this monastery and in the army, and so sort of very capably like rises through the ranks. And I am so excited about this book. I meant to read it last month, however it is high on my TBR for this month, and I am just like, I'm here for gender bendery and non-binary and queer characters. Some people say that it's a bit too intense. Some people really love this one, and I'm excited to see where I end up on that scale. So yeah, that is the double June and July hype train for you all. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, hit subscribe button at the same time so you don't miss out on any other videos from me. You can also click the little bell which will give you a notification when I put up a new video, which I do regularly. You can find all of the links to my other social medias down below. I am quite intent on TikTok currently, mainly because Instagram is doing weird things, but you can find it all below and you can follow me there if you'd like to see more of my face. Let me know in the comments below if there are any particular releases that you are excited for coming up, and then I hope that you guys are all well. I hope you know that I'm proud of you, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye.